we were chatting via text late December.
Yes.
Prior to the national championship semifinal, where you're getting ready to see Kyler Murray in Oklahoma, and Dallas was getting set for Seattle.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, when you come on, we're going to talk about wins for both. You're 1 for 2 right now.
Well, we knew Oklahoma was not going to probably beat Alabama. That was a foregone conclusion. But then again, who would have thought that Clemson was going to put them in a body bag?
Exactly.
That was a pretty crazy switch. But the Cowboys.
Right.
Here's what worries me, Rich.
Okay.
I actually feel good about this weekend at LA. So they got me. This is the worst part. I didn't want to care. I didn't want to believe. They beat Seattle at home. That was a great win, a gutsy performance by Dak Prescott. And now we're at LA, which is the best scenario.
Why is that best?
Well, I mean, put us in the Dome in New Orleans, not a great place to be.
Correct.
If we'd had to go to Soldier Field so many other places aren't great. Even if we'd had to go to Seattle, that would have been a different ball game. Playing Seattle at home was huge for us. But going to LA, a team that's not exactly on fire, Gurley's a little beat up, Goff's struggling a little bit. He's lost his favorite target. It's almost too good to be true.
And then there's the fair-weathered fandom of people like my two guys over there who are season ticket holders.
Oh, they're all Rams guys. I was a Rams guy back in the day, Rich.
Oh, they don't even go there.
No.
They don't. No, they're both transplants from the East Coast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love Goff. I mean, here's my thing. Goff kind of lives up in my area, and I've gotten to know him. He's a really good guy, and I wish him well.
Yes. Just not Saturday
But I
night.
just feel like we're 7-point dogs. I don't see how we're 7-point dogs at LA. I mean, LA, look, those are your fans right over there. They've been fans for 14 minutes now. So it's not exactly like going to Lambeau or going to Soldier Field and seeing guys.
You want to defend yourself, Mike?
I paid for a PSL in the new stadium already. So did Brockman. We are fans.
I've already sold my tickets.
Where does the limo drop you guys off at that stadium?
I actually, I
is there sushi? Do you go to Katsuya Sushi before the game?
No, Del Frisco's
really
in Santa
crazy
Monica,
fans here.
By the way, some stadiums get the fan base up by playing Charge.
Right.
He's screaming, I've been charged thousands of dollars for my PSL. Let's go Rams. Like, that's not really a rallying cry, is it?
I'm not exactly worried about the hostile environment of Los Angeles. When games at 5:15 here, you guys show up, at 6:15?
By the way,
by halftime.
By the way, the 3 dreaded words here in Los Angeles, chance of rain.
Yeah, that is interesting. We're going to have weather. Which, by the way, just don't get me started on weather in Los Angeles, but I don't know who that really helps or hurts because LA's not used to it either. Dallas, I can't remember we've had really any inclement weather this year that the Cowboys have played in, so I'm not sure who's a better mutter.
Well, you bring up an interesting point. Chris Harrison here on the Rich Eisen Show is that the Rams are obviously known for their scheme and then they're wide open, but Gurley can hit you in the mouth. That offensive line can absolutely hit you in the mouth. They can be completely physical if they want.
What Gurley do we have?
And this is, well, you've got yourself Zeke, and there's Gurley on the other side. And 2 terrific offensive lines, 2 terrific defensive lines. This is really going to be a great NFC game here in Los Angeles.
Because if I told you the Rams won going away, you'd believe it. If I told you the Cowboys won going away, you could believe that too. When you go into a game and you can really believe any scenario, that means it's going to be a great football game. I love that.
And the Cowboys defense, we made fun of Michael Irvin way back in September.
That's easy to do.
I know. We made fun of Michael Irvin on our show
88.
way back in September when he started talking about the Hot Boys. And we're like, what are you talking about? The Hot Boys. That's what the front 7 began calling themselves, with a hashtag and the Z at the end instead of the S, the Hot Boys. And what they have done in the front 7 this year has been earth-shattering. I mean, they've been terrific. Like, you best make your first step as a running back forward, not to the side. And you best, as a quarterback, take your first step to the side, not back.
And have that release. I think when everyone saw how much they got to Drew Brees and the Saints, you're like, oh, these guys are legit. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a heck of a game. A really good game.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.